What's going on, you guys? Today I want to offer just a really quick, simple tip that I use all the time, and it comes in handy on a daily basis as a real estate investor, and that is how to find the owner of any property. I can't tell you how many times I'm driving down the road, I see a distressed property that I'm interested in. Maybe I can flip it, or maybe I can fix it up and burr it and then use it as a rental property. But having this skill and having the ability to track down the owner of a property is super beneficial. So the first and easiest way to do this is to call the county assessor's office. The county assessor's office, this is the group, the part of the county that handles all of the taxes. And they're the ones who actually assess a home's value. So they're the ones that collect property taxes and deal with all the recordings, and they're the ones that actually will tell you what your home is worth and then send you a bill for your property taxes. So you can guarantee that they have almost all of the most accurate, up-to-date information on where to send those bills, because you can guarantee they're going to get their money. So the best part about this, though, is that it is completely free. This is all public information. You can call the county assessor's office, give them the address of a specific property, and they can tell you who the owner of record is on that property. And oftentimes there are two different addresses. There's just the address of the property, and then there could potentially be a different mailing address. So for example, if you have an owner, somebody lives in Colorado, but the house is in California, you can have two separate addresses, and the mailing address is where they're going to send those tax bills, but the property is in Colorado. So again, it's all free, it's public information. You can call the county assessor's office and get that information. And then again, like I just mentioned, you want to find the mailing address and not necessarily the address of the property, because you know the address of the property already. You provided that to the county. And oftentimes the nice thing too is that you don't even have to call the assessor's office necessarily. A lot of the time, this information is just up on the county website. It's a public website. You can go on there, put in the address, and find that information right there. Some counties have this ability to search stuff on the website. My county, for example, where I live, they're a little bit outdated, behind the times. They don't have like a public portal where you can do that, and so you do have to call them. But all this information, again, is free to the public. It's usually very up to date, and you can call them and find the name of whoever owns that property. The second way to really find information about a specific property is just to ask the neighbors. I know that seems really simple, but a lot of times the neighbors have more historical knowledge on what happened to the property and who lived there in the past and why the yard is so run down. They may know that, oh, Betty Sue used to live there and she passed away 6 months ago and the house has just been vacant ever since. Or John and Lisa were living there and then they got in a fight and they couldn't, reconcile it. Now they're getting a divorce and now it's going back and forth and no one really wants that. And there's lots of different things that could go on, but the neighbors have a lot more information than you might realize. And they may still have the phone numbers of the people that used to live there. You can give them a call and maybe work something out that way. Be sure that you're open and upfront with what you're doing, saying, hey, I'm Bryce, I'm a real estate investor. I saw this house right down the street from you. I'm actually interested in buying it, fixing it up. I know it's kind of run down and dumpy looking, but I want to make it a nice place to live again. Would you happen to have the information for the the owners or whoever used to live there? Do you have any knowledge about, be very upfront, be friendly about what you want to do, and let them know that you want to fix it up. You want to make their neighborhood look nice. The third and final way, and this is actually one of my favorites, and this is not free, unfortunately. I'm not sponsored or affiliated or anything like this, but I just think it's a really great app. And it allows you to look up the property owners for pretty much anyone. Okay, so let me show you this. The app is called OnX Hunt. It's this bright red square with the X through it. If you tap on that, you can actually, so this is a hunting app. This is designed to let you know what land you can and can't go on. Shows you different topologies and things like that. If you're a hunter, you may already be using this app. But what's great is you can actually zoom in and you can see, hey, okay, this specific property belongs to Bradley Stoddard or Keith Walker. And so you can see that the properties all have names associated with them. So rather than calling the county, you can find people in seconds. And I do this all the time. I use this app as I drive around the neighborhood, as I am looking at properties to buy. Now, again, like I mentioned, the bad part is that this is a paid app, and it's about $30 a year, which, you know, it's kind of a bummer that you have to pay for it, but the information is so valuable. So I absolutely pay for this subscription. Now, the only downside is that I have noticed if the property has been sold recently or it's changed hands, then it's very possible that this information is not the most up to date. It seems that it could be 6 months to a year outdated. So if the property has recently changed hands, it's not going to show up on the app, and that's the only thing that I have noticed so far. Okay, so now what happens when you find a property, you find the name, how do you locate them? There's this awesome website called fastpeoplesearch.com. Again, not affiliated, not sponsored, anything like that. This is a free website that you can go to figure out who owns a specific property, find their phone number, find where they live currently. It's I don't know, it's pretty slick. Okay, so for example, let's see if we can figure out who Cody Jardine is. If we come here and go to fastpeoplesearch.com, so we can put in Cody Jardine, Idaho Falls, Idaho. Okay, so we can see here that Cody Jardine, age 29, this is the address, which is the exact address of this property. It's on La Paloma Street or La Paloma Drive. And then on top of that, you can see previous addresses, and you can also see their cell phone numbers. So again, not affiliated with this website. I love it though. It's free. There's a lot of other websites out there that will try and give you the information, but they always charge you for it, and it's really annoying. So fastpeoplesearch.com, type in the name, and you can track them down by address, phone number. You can see their family members. Like I've done this in the past where the owner of record doesn't have actual information, doesn't have a phone number or anything listed on this website, but I've been able to track down some of their family members, call them, say, hey, do you know so-and-so? Do they own this property? And go through that way. Okay, so that's it for the video. Hopefully that's beneficial. I use this all the time to track down owners of properties. Super, super beneficial. Let me know if you have any questions down below in the comments. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.